Happy New Year's, my friends. I'm so excited to be here with you. Today, I'm sharing with you the Spellbinders January 2026 Club Kits. And I'm updating you on all of the exciting changes. Yes, we are streamlining the clubs. We are no longer going to have 10 clubs. We have 8 clubs, but there's adjustments along the way, and I'm going to share those with you. Now, if you're joining me here on my channel for the first time, I want to say welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you enjoy your visit and you come back often. If you enjoy yourself while you're here, make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing. I'd love to craft with you often. So, starting tonight, January 1st, 2026, Spellbinders clubs are a little different. So, let's jump in and I'll share all the details along the way. The first club up here is Best Year Sentiments. This is the stamp and die of the month. The stamp and die of the month is no longer going to be available separately. They are just a stamp and the die together. So that is just a tiny little tweak that they made. But this is the set this month. We have hello, best, for, thank you, wishes, and smile for your larger sentiments. And then I really like the small ones. We have your one of a kind, wishing you the best year. Hope this card brightens your day, and have a nice day. All of these have dies that go with them, so you're all set for any kind of stamping sentiments that you may need. Now, I have lots of samples to share, so we've got inspiration along the way. So let me pull this out here. This is your small die of the month with one of your little sentiments from here. So this is the card I have created with this set. I've made it a shaped card, and I'll bring it up here so you could see it a little closer. I made it very similar to the actual one in the sample. All of these little petals I changed, and I created a little rainbow, and I thought that sentiment was perfect with hope this card brightens your day. Now, this is what the die set itself looks like. It's quite large. This is the sample that they gave you on the back of the packaging, showing how they set it up and how the dies work as well. And I really had a lot of fun with this one, creating it and making it my own. You have a lot of different foliage pieces, and they really do create a lot of different style flowers, as you can see there. Now, I want you to pay attention throughout the video, and I'm doing something a little different this month. I am sharing my samples in the reveal video, and I'm going to ask all of you to get involved. In the comments below, I'm going to want to hear from you, and you tell me which of the cards you would like a class on. On the 6th, I'm going to be going live at 8 p.m. And whichever card gets the most love in the comments, we will be doing a class live together. So be watching for your favorite and make sure you leave that comment down below. This here is the small die of the month. So you could say rainbow card if that was your favorite. So that is the first one with the small die. And then here is our large die. Let me pull this out here. This is called Hummingbird Delight. And here is my sample. I have not used all of the set here, so I will show you the die set, but I did use one of the hummingbirds. It comes with 2, one going in each direction. I used another sentiment from the stamp and die, and then I used this beautiful flower set that comes with the large die of the month. Speaking of large die of the month, there are a lot of things going on here, and the actual demo of it is right here. I used this piece down here in one hummingbird, but it also has lots of other foliage pieces, the larger flower, the 2 hummingbirds, and this large die set here, which makes a framed postage almost like a photo postage shaped piece. Now this is an A2 size, and you'll see this die come back out in some of my other samples because I've used it in a creative way later on. So that is your large die, and I love the colors that they picked here. It's very springy, but I just changed it up, and I'll show you later on here. There's another die coming out, and I actually created this background using a die, even though this is stenciled, and I'll tell you about that here in just a second. But if this ends up being your favorite card, that will be part of the class, is this background of the purple clouds. So that is large die of the month. Now here is the stitching die of the month. This is a beautiful die set. It has this cloud die here that's in the background. It has these gorgeous flowers, the stitching in the butterfly. Now I have used the 2D embossing folder back here, which is a cloud motif, which I just thought was pretty on this really pale blue for our sky. But I chose to make this similar to a monarch because I thought it would be really bright and bold against the soft background. And the die that I used for this is right here. It's this cloud die. And I created a stencil to create this cloud background. So this is the third card, if it ends up being one you chose as your favorite. And I did put a little extra piece there from the embossing folder on the inside. But here is the actual die set for the stitching of the month. It has your flowers, your center, your stem, and your leaves. Here's your body and your wings. Now this and this are your stitching pieces, and then these lay on top of these stitching pieces. And here is the actual sample that they gave us, and they used all white flowers, which is really crisp and fresh. I decided to change them to the Black-Eyed Susans because I had made all of these in white. So I thought it would be just something different to look at here as a comparison. Okay, so that is your stitching of the month. Here is your stencil of the month. I had a great time making this one. This is called Poppy Perfection. And what I've done here is I've stenciled our poppies just as it is intended, just in purples. And then I took the 3D embossing folder and I embossed it to give it this texture. And I love the way it turned out. It is just really pretty. It has a wonderful feel to it there. You can get the really good look at it there at that angle. It's just really lush looking. It just feels so good to the touch. I didn't put a sentiment on this one yet, but I just love the way it turned out. I love how it kind of has a spotlight look here in the center, and it just turned out really fun. So that is your stencil of the month, Poppy Perfection. Then one of the changes this month is to the Better Press and the Glimmer. The Better Press and the Glimmer are marrying each other. In other words, the Glimmer is being retired and the foil is meshing with the Better Press. And what we're getting is a match made in heaven, because we're now calling this the Press and Foil of the Month, and it comes with the foil because everybody knows your press plates foil beautifully. So, and that's what we have done right here. This is my foiled press plate for that one. That's a 5x7. And then here is my A2 size. And I did an inky background for this technique here with sprays. These were distress spray stains that I've used here to get this feel of this vintagey postcard. And if you notice, you see the postage edge from the earlier die set. I used that in both of these. So here it's foiled, here it's pressed. Both are unique and vintage, and I just am in love with this. Love, love, love this set. Love it. And I love that they added the foil to the Better Press, changed it to press and foil, and now we have a 2-in-1 combo. So that is one of our changes this month, is discontinuing the glimmer and adding the glimmer to the foil, or press and foil Better Press of the month. So I'm going to move these cards to the side here. And this is the 2D embossing folder that I showed you earlier. It's that cloudy motif, and it's called Cloud 9. This is the 3D embossing folder, and it is called Cottage Wall. Now this, I wanted a vertical stripe for my poppy card, so I did my embossing here. But you also have this gorgeous floral here. So you could, this is one of those embossing folders that you get a lot of bang for your buck. You can do a horizontal stripe here and do an A2 here. You can do an A2 here. You can turn this and do a 5x7 here, or a smaller A2 here. Or like I did, I took this portion, and I did get a little bit of this right here in mine, but it was okay. I bet you didn't even notice when you saw my card. But I used this segment right here because I wanted these to be vertical stripes and not horizontal on my poppies. See this? I didn't want them to be horizontal. I wanted them to be tall and vertical. And I have those little bitty pieces here that were part of that flower, but no one would ever notice. So you get a lot of things out of this 3D embossing folder. So a little more changes here. We are discontinuing the wax seal of the month, and we are giving a free full-size die set, the all-inclusive All Clubs Crate membership. Now this is replacing the Deluxe Caboodle that we're all used to. So instead of just getting a small freebie, which is what this is right here, this is what we're used to getting a freebie of, which I'll show you in a second, you're now going to get a full-size freebie also. And this full-size freebie only comes with the All Club Crate membership. And this crate membership includes all 8 clubs, the 2 freebies, which is the full size, and the extra freebie that you're used to. Then it comes with extra perks as well. So let me show you this, and then I'll tell you about the extra perk. I decided to put the stitching on this. It just fit this little die so perfectly. And these are pretty, but I just loved filling the space with the butterfly more. So I went ahead and added that in, pulling the pinks that I chose here. And this color combo came from this card here. That's where I chose to use that color combo from. I had a lot of fun with these cards. So I designed this. I used one of the sentiments from the Stamp and Die, You're One of a Kind. And I just had a lot of fun with this one. I think it turned out really pretty. I stitched it in silver, and it's just one of my favorites. This is your freebie. Here is all of the dies it comes with. Has some really pretty florals, but I just love the intricacy of these. And being able to make your shaped card with this one was just really classy. So you get this, and you also get a stencil set. And the stencil set is what I stenciled this bird with. See the way that's stenciled? So your stencil set matches your glimmer and foil this month. And this stencil is a little bit tricky when stenciling because these stencils have a part at the top and a part at the bottom. So it's a little bit tricky. So that if this is one of your favorite cards, that might be something you want to learn in the tutorial. Just thought I'd mention that. It took me a minute, but I got all the cards spread out. So just to wrap up before I leave, all of the Club Create membership includes the 8 clubs that you see in today's video. It includes a 15% web discount during the month. It includes a free shipping coupon to use during the month. You will get a 10-pack piece of 8.5 by 11 paper that'll be coordinating to all work together in your crate. And of course, you'll get the exclusive die set and your bonus item as the Caboodle used to have. So you'll get a full die set and a Caboodle item. So that will be all of the new crate offerings, and the price is going to stay the same, the $130 for the whole crate. So that is the changes for this month. If you have any questions at all, you can leave those questions down below, but make sure either way you leave a comment below and tell me which one of these cards would you like to have a free class on. On the 6th, when all the clubs open to everybody, I will be doing a free class at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So which one of these cards would you like to see created from start to finish? Would it be the stitched butterfly? Would it be the hummingbird card with the stenciled clouds? Would it be the stenciled poppies with the 3D embossed background and inking? Would it be the stitched butterfly with the die set? Would it be the rainbow colored arch with flowers? Would it be the spray ink mixed media Better Press? Or would it be the hot foil and stencil Better Press? You let me know down below and I will go by viewer's choice. So viewers get to choose which class we're having on the 6th. You have 3 days to vote. I will check back on the 3rd, see who won, and then I'll prepare the class for all of us. I hope to see you there. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you're notified when that live class comes. I will see you in my next crafty video, friends. Bye-bye for now.